Welcome to my channel, Travel with Nature. Today we are on a driving tour of beautiful and quaint town of Melrose, Florida. Melrose is an unincorporated community in Alachua, Bradford, Clay, and Putnam counties in the U.S. state of Florida. It lies on State Road 26, approximately 17 miles east of Gainesville, straight line distance, and approximately 50 miles southwest of Jacksonville, straight line distance. The town lies on Lake Santa Fe. In the late 1800s, the citrus industry thrived in the area. Local growers would bring their yearly harvest to Melrose, where it was loaded onto steamships in Lake Santa Fe. The ships would then steam from Lake Santa Fe to Lake Alto, and then Lake Alto to the town of Waldo using man-made canals. The citrus was then transported by rail across the United States. For the rest of the 20th century, citrus farming was rebuilt, but not as large and powerful as it was in the 19th century. Also, during this time period, grapevine farms were founded around and outside the community. On the left is the Painter Coward House. A cottage built on this lot in 1885 was enlarged the next year for Albert H. Painter, a Pennsylvanian who served as steamship agent for the Clyde Line and reporter for the Gainesville Sun. In 1903, Simon Coward's family moved in. Descendants of Coward still own it. On the left, tucked in near the back of the blue-roofed building, which is Melrose Music, is the Melrose Volunteer Fire Department. Melrose Music is a store that provides new and used instruments, parts, and accessories. Just ahead on the right is Melrose Bay Art Gallery. They carry every style of art for purchase, so be sure to stop in and check out their selection. Next door to the art gallery is the Baldwin Store. Built in 1899, the general store is the only early commercial building in Melrose that is still used as a store to this day. The Trinity Episcopal Church, on the left, was built in 1885 to 1886 by a carpenter named E.L. Judd. It was built from locally cut heart pine and was designed by Richard Upjohn from New York City. On the left is a restaurant named Gator Bait. Gator Bait is a place the whole family can enjoy unique food at a great price. Across Highway 26 from Gator Bait is the Melrose Center. They are a non-profit community cafe where extraordinary talented musicians play to intimate audiences. The building coming up on the right with the blue roof is Blue Water Bay. Blue Water Bay brings fine dining to the quiet town of Melrose, serving folks from Jacksonville, Ocala, Gainesville, and surrounding communities. Check out their Facebook page for a look at their menu. Just past Blue Water Bay, on the same side of the street, is Friar's Chicken. Friar's Chicken Joint is a popular spot known for serving up delicious fried chicken and gizzards. With indoor dining and heated outdoor seating available, it's a great place to enjoy a tasty meal with friends and family. On the corner of Highway 26 and 21, you will find Chiappini's Gulf Station. Chiappini's Gulf Station is a long-standing establishment in Melrose, offering a range of automotive services and products to the local community. As we make the turn onto Highway 21, on the left-hand side we see Melrose Elementary. The school currently serves students from pre-K through 6th grade and consistently maintains a high standard of academic excellence thanks to the dedicated staff, students, parents, and community support. Now we are on South Street. On the right is Melrose Mini Storage. Directly across South Street is Melrose Cemetery. The Eliam Baptist Church, organized in 1869, was located near the cemetery entrance. The grounds were also known as Banana Burying Ground for a nearby community which predates Melrose. The earliest tombstone is dated 1861, and 200 stones bear dates earlier than 1900. The founders and developers of Melrose are buried here. Melrose is fortunate to have many facilities frequently found only in larger communities such as a cemetery, parks, public library, and a community water system. In no particular order, area facilities include one traffic light, a post office, a library, a water system, a grocery store, an elementary school, 10 churches, 2 beauty shops, a barber shop, a bookstore, a funeral home, a convenience store, a hardware store, 2 real estate firms, 5 restaurants, and a sports bar. One can eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner in town without messing up their kitchen. You can choose from pizza, chicken, seafood, steaks, or good old home-style cooking. Also, they have a physical therapist, an ophthalmologist, an optician, a dentist, 2 veterinarians, a bank, a few lawyers, 2 daycare facilities for children, 2 gas stations, 3 art galleries, a brand new senior community center, the Dower Historic Museum, and a weekly farmers market in Heritage Park. In addition to these, they have 72 contributing structures in our historic district, plus many other beautiful homes with very attractive gardens, the Baden-Powell Boy Scout Reservation, and the Ordway Preserve. This area produces grapes, pecans, blueberries, watermelons, vegetables, and the Chinese honey, a citrus fruit similar to a tangerine that is absolutely delicious. The only public swimming area on Lake Santa Fe, Melrose Bay Park, is owned by the Melrose Business and Community Association, Inc., MBCA, and is supported and managed entirely by volunteers. Lake Santa Fe is excellent for fishing, swimming, water skiing, etc. The Melrose Youth Sports Association, assisted by state grants, has built a very nice sports complex for this area located adjacent to the Melrose School. This includes soccer fields, baseball fields, a basketball court, tennis and volleyball courts, a walking path, and a support building with restrooms. Area children are very fortunate to have this type of local facilities. Now we have crossed Highway 26 from the south side of town and are touring the north side. As we head north on Trout Street, you can see one of the 10 churches on the right. This is Eliam Baptist Church and is a rather large facility within this small town. As we make our way to the end of the street, you will find Melrose Boat Ramp. Here you can launch your small boat, kayaks, or even your jet ski to enjoy a day on Melrose Bay and Lake Santa Fe. If you take a left at the end of the road, you will see Melrose Bay Park on the right-hand side. This little park is snuggled up to beautiful Melrose Bay, which offers peace and quiet, just a couple blocks away from all the traffic along Bellamy Avenue, SR 26. Bring your children to play in the water at the sand beach, read a book on a park bench, or come to watch a local rowing team launch their long racing shell to practice on Lake Santa Fe beneath the fading rays of the afternoon sun. At the time of this recording, there were 41 properties for sale in Melrose, Florida. The properties, both vacant and established, range in price from $26,900 to $1,249,000. The average home value is $136,100, which is roughly 35% lower than the average home value of $207,987 for the state of Florida, and roughly 28% lower than the national average of $188,692. The population in Melrose is 6,894. There are 110 people per square mile, also known as population density. The median age is 57.2. The U.S. median age is 38.4. The number of people per household in Melrose is 2.7. The U.S. average of people per household is 2.6. Melrose has 2,580 households. 16% of households in Melrose have children, which is lower than the 20% average for the surrounding county. The median household income in Melrose is $51,439. If 1.5% of people living in Melrose are married, 14.9% are divorced, 30.9% are married with children, and 9.4% are unmarried with children. The racial and ethnic makeup in Melrose is not diverse with white, 83.9%, black or African American, 14.9%, Hispanic or Latino, 1.2%, two or more races, 0.6%. The female population is 49.3%, and the male population is 50.7%. Despite its unemployment rate being 0.3% higher than the U.S. average and a 3% job market decrease since last year, living in Melrose can still provide the job opportunities you need. Thanks to the CDP's proximity to Gainesville and other prominent economies, you will likely find your dream job nearby, even if it's not in the city limits. There are only 50 jobs in Melrose hiring right now, but if you're willing to travel 35 miles, you will find over 8,500 jobs hiring. Historically, Melrose's leading industry was citrus, but today you will find ample manufacturing, construction, and healthcare opportunities. Major employers in Putnam County are Georgia Pacific, Seminole Electric Cooperative, and St. John's Shipbuilding. U.S. government jobs provide wonderful benefits, making City of Melrose jobs a great option. Putnam County School District, PCSD, serves public school students living in Melrose. 98.8% of teachers working for this district are certified, and 87.2% boast 3 or more years of experience. The student-to-teacher ratio is 17:1, and the graduation rate is 86.3%. PCSD contains 20 schools and 10,227 students, 68% of whom are economically disadvantaged. Of the 10 schools, there is only one in the community limits. Melrose Elementary School is located in the heart of Melrose and is the elementary school most younger people living in Melrose attend. Older students attend nearby middle and high schools. Thanks to Melrose's proximity to larger cities like Gainesville, you'll always have access to top-tier educational options. The University of Florida is 20 miles from Melrose, and the University of North Florida is 64. Melrose Public Library is another great place for educational resources. Here you can access thousands of books, e-books, computers, Wi-Fi, and more. Is Melrose safe? Melrose is a rural town that likely boasts a low crime rate. The FBI does not provide crime rate statistics for Melrose, so we will use nearby Gainesville as a reference. Gainesville violent crime rate per 100K people, 771. Florida violent crime rate per 100K people, 384. U.S. violent crime rate per 100K people, 388. Gainesville property crime rate per 100K people, 3,181. Florida property crime rate per 100K people, 1,769. U.S. property crime rate per 100K people, 1,758. The weather in Melrose is enjoyable most of the year, but like most of Central Florida, the summers can get quite hot and humid. Areas in and around Melrose have a Köppen climate classification of CFA, best characterized by hot, humid summers and cool, mild winters. Melrose experiences the most rain in the summer, whereas the fall and winter tend to be more dry. Throughout the year, temperatures in nearby Gainesville range from 40 to 90 degrees, meaning Melrose likely has similar temperatures. The best time to visit Melrose is late March to mid-May, and from early October to mid-November. The rain is minimal during these months and the temperatures aren't as aggressive. Vogelbach Drugstore. Now used for the Homemakers Club, this building was constructed in about 1886 by Dr. Herman Vogelbach after the original drugstore next to his office burned down. In 1907, it was purchased by Dr. Frank McRae, whose daughter Claudia continued to operate the business until her death in 1944. For 60 years, it was the only drugstore in Melrose. While you are in town, you can swing by Denise's barbershop and get a trim. Thank you for riding along on this tour of a quaint Florida town. Don't forget to subscribe for more content.